Here's why the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act is better than the Virginia Workers' Compensation Act in Virginia. Hi, I'm Greg Camden, the workers' compensation attorney here at Kalfus and Nachman, and I handle claims under both the Virginia Workers' Compensation Act and the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act. If you were injured in Virginia, you probably come under the Virginia Workers' Compensation Act. But if your injury occurred near navigable waterways and you were assisting in the loading and unloading of vessels or the building and maintaining of vessels, you may come under the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act. And here's why that's better for you. If you lined up all 50 states' workers' compensation laws from the most conservative to the most liberal, Virginia and Texas are going to be on one end as the most conservative, looking out for big employers. New York and California are going to be on the other end, looking out for the employee. Well, the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act is based off the New York Workers' Comp statute, so it's going to be more beneficial to you in most situations. Here's some examples. Under the Virginia Workers' Compensation Act, you're required to choose off a panel of 3 doctors. That panel's been picked by the insurance company, and they've chosen those doctors because they know what their opinions are going to be. And those doctors know they're on the panels and they know who they're being paid by. Whereas under the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act, you get to pick any doctor you want to go see. You can choose your family physician that you've been going to for decades. You can go to the orthopedist that your wife had surgery with. Anybody you want to pick, it's important that you be comfortable with that doctor and that doctor's looking out for you, not the insurance company. Another example is presumption. Under the Virginia Workers' Compensation Act, you have the burden of proving that your injury was caused by the work environment. Oftentimes this requires medical opinions, and that's going to cost you money to buy those from the doctor. Whereas under the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act, there's a presumption that your claim comes under the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act. So it's more beneficial to you. Another example is repetitive injuries. In Virginia, they don't recognize repetitive injuries where the activity over a period of time causes the problem. Whereas in the Longshore Act, those injuries are covered. And another example is the length of time. In Virginia, your benefits cap at 500 weeks, roughly 9.5 years. So if you're a young individual in your 30s and you get a serious injury, within a decade, you're no longer getting any benefits. Whereas under the Longshore Act, you can receive benefits for your entire life potentially if you remain disabled. Not just the date you planned on retiring, not the date you reach Social Security age, but to the day you die. So these are just some of the examples, but there are many more. So if you were hurt near navigable waterways in Virginia, call me, Greg Camden, the workers' compensation attorney at Kalfus and Nachman, 888-HELPLINE, or call my direct number, 757-383-8026. Thanks for watching.